What does it mean to be a man in 2026? This question can haunt anyone from a 13-year-old boy to a 60-year-old man. Everyone seems to have an answer. Influencers, movies, podcasts, books, endless online debates. But here's the truth. No one can hand you a complete, ready-made definition. The world changes too fast, and your life is uniquely yours. What has worked for past generations, or even last year, might not fit today. The real goal isn't finding the answer from someone else. It's building through your own, through honest self examination, selective modeling, and constant strengthening of your mind and character. In the past, we had a tighter knit society, so you might have acted the way the group wanted you to think. But today, we are much more individualistic. That contains both good and bad. Part 1. Why this question feels so urgent and why so many answers are traps. Something feels missing in this life script that many men would love to follow today. It's like asking, what would Jesus think about fast food? Or what would Seneca say about my specific suffering? Those historical figures did not face our exact reality. Fast food didn't exist in Jesus' time, and Seneca didn't have to deal with social media. The personal struggles are yours and yours alone. But we do have some collective societal struggles as well. But there, only broad similarities do apply. And knowing this gap, it creates vulnerability. We don't always know how to fill the holes in our own life script. And some people love to exploit that. Here are a couple of examples. Number one, the experts. Those who whisper interpretations of ancient wisdoms. Like example, a Stoic would say, don't be controlled by your emotions. This is often good advice, but it's filtered through their lens and not necessarily your own. We trust them because most of us haven't read the original scripts deeply. That simply just means we didn't take time to understand their world, and maybe not even our own. So they gain credibility with these kind of comments that make them seem wiser, even if they can't see the pitfalls of their own wisdom. The other group is the controllers. They're more direct. If you were a man, you would do this. This is a manipulation described as tough love or just any kind of push. It often preys upon insecurity, and they're hoping you'll adopt their agenda without clearly thinking. And women can often do this as well. They call a man insecure, hoping you'll agree with them. And if you do, well, then they got you. And they may not want to go along with your plan, even if yours is better, or they just don't have a plan. Some just want the control. Both types will profit from your weakness. Their attention, they'll gain followers because you'll go follow them, money, or influence. Buy my course or my self help book. Now, truth be told, they can help you. I don't want you to be cynical, thinking everyone who's going to address the weakness is going to often exploit it. You just need to be aware. You know, selling different things. It's not that I don't want to not sell it to you. Of course I do. But I do actually want it to help you. And not everybody is as ethical as that. I understand. But this disgust you feel when spotting this, that's very healthy. It signals a boundary. And sometimes boundaries can protect you, and sometimes they hold you back. Adjust your situation as you need be. And don't worry, we all seek guidance from wiser sources. That's your mentors, your books, your stories, or even media like this. And that's fine. It's just don't blindly adopt without thinking about it. Part 2. What to watch for when searching for your personal answer. You'll usually adopt a model, a person, a character, or system that inspires you. And again, this could be anywhere. Rare is the man who gets divine intervention or divine revelation from out of nowhere. Most do draw it from media sources, movies, TVs, books, music videos, influencers, or athletes. But before you do this, I want you to pause and ask, do I actually want what this source has? Not the highlight reel, but the full life. And ask yourself, does it fit in my world today? An example from my own life. As a kid, I wanted to run marathons. I chose Jeff Galloway's walk run method over the stricter plans like Hal Hygen's early rigid approach, where he wanted you to run 26.2 miles straight. Jeff Galloway's system worked for me. I finished races and I did enjoy it. If I would have done Hal's, I wouldn't have been doing that. I probably would have burned out or quit. I took what I needed, I adapted it, and I made it mine. Never copy everything. Your model's world no longer exists. Technology, culture, the economy, they extract the principles, test them in your reality, and discard that which doesn't serve you. Part 3, building your own definition. Unfortunately, the answer is not a single checklist. There are plenty of creators out there who would love for you to take their checklist and make it theirs. Part 1 of this building your own definition is to admit your weakness. Recognize you're seeking external validation to a group. That awareness is power, and you can use that power for good or you can give it away. Seek wisdom selectively. You can read the original sources and you can listen to diverse voices, but filter them through your own reasoning. You may not fully understand certain things yet. None of us do. I can read a book about an old man at 20 and then read it many years later, 40, and one day I may reread a book at 60 and get some completely different ways. Blindly following a successful pattern may seem wise, but it's often just going through the motions. They need to be heart in whatever you're creating. Your heart, not mine or anyone else's. I want you to choose your model carefully. Pick ones whose lives you fully admire, not just the curated image. Adapt. Don't blindly imitate. And this can be tricky. One weakness for me was I chose to run on Jeff Galloway's run plan, but I didn't follow the rest of his life. I didn't follow the diet advice. I didn't follow any of the weightlifting advice he did. I just did the run plan. Had I followed his advice, I probably would have run a lot better and a lot smoother. Another example might be, you know, Dave Ramsey. He's very strict, very rigid with his 7 baby steps, and understandably so. However, we are slowly moving, or quickly moving, toward a world where, as the Bible calls it, a day's wage for a loaf of bread. Inflation seems to be getting that bad. And ultimately, that plan or any other will not work. Pick what you can, but choose carefully. Strengthen your mind. Build critical questions for thinking, like if you were a real man statements. That way, when they come up with those manipulation tactics, you have already developed your own principles through action, reflection, and trial. And then this will help you to create a better man for yourself. I want you to act and iterate. Live your ever changing definition daily. Test it in relationships, work, challenges. Adjust based on the results that you're happy with. Strength comes from consistent effort, not perfection. And lastly, embrace responsibility. Being a man in 2026 means owning your growth, not blaming Andrew Tate or one of the other models that may have a less than desirable model. Reject the victimhood, reject the manipulation, but also reject your own excuses. Work again on those principles and forge the purpose through discipline, integrity, and service to those who matter to you. In 2026, the world offers more confusion than clarity on manhood, with the economic pressures, shifting gender roles, and endless online noise. But that's the opportunity. I want you to remember, unlike school, no one's going to give you a grade. That was one form of manipulation. If you memorize all these, you'll get an A. If not, it's an F for you. And if you fail, shame. At least that's the way it was taught back when I was in school. Maybe today is a little bit different. And that might cause you to feel inadequate. But if you get the A's, that will make you feel superior and perhaps unjustly so. There are a lot of A students out there who struggle. Do you want to be an alpha man or a beta man? Of course, the key phrase is alpha. I want to be an alpha, but that's a manipulation tactic as well. Look, there are a lot of people out there who look at like Travis Kelce and call him a beta because he dated Taylor Swift, which makes no sense to me. Because if I could have dated Taylor Swift, I would have. And if that makes me a beta, I'd rather be a beta with Taylor Swift than an alpha alone. We've all fallen for that manipulation tactic, but you're smarter than that. You're not bound by old scripts and you're not bound by new trends. You get to write your own. And one day, I do believe we'll all face Jesus and we'll sit there and we'll be like, thank you for guiding me and helping me to become the man that I could become. So, what's one small change you would make to become the man you respect? Let me know in the comments below. I'm just curious and I want to have conversation with you guys. I hope this has been helpful. You can check out my website, narrative-nomad.com. Check out my other social media posts around. I do various things. And that's one of my small changes in 2026 to become the man I wish to become. Until next time, don't be a man, be the man.